riding out of Maryborough right now, and um, yeah, spent 2 nights here, and very nice motel, the Junction Motel. If you're ever coming through this way, that's the place to stay. It is absolutely spotless. It's comfortable, well appointed. So yeah, I highly recommend that. So yesterday, oh no, day before yesterday, riding in the heat just before I got to Maryborough, probably about, I don't know, 7, 8 kilometers out. I'm just trying to crack off this last bit of the trip in the baking heat. And I must say I was over the 100 kilometer an hour mark. And suddenly the blue lights of a vehicle approaching me from the other side of the road come on. And I thought, oh, here we go. So I pulled over straight away. I knew it was me. I wasn't going to make them turn around and chase me. so, so I pulled over and had to deal with this. And anyway, this lady gets out, lady policeman, and a guy. They come sauntering over and ask me, do the whole bit. So, what's the speed limit on this road? I said it's 100. And they said, and what speed do you think you were doing? So you've got to underestimate, you've just got to do that. It's an obligatory and impulsive lie that comes out of your mouth. And so I said, about 105. And she said, nice try, but it was 115. And I know Victoria's, pretty strict on speed limits and that. And look, there was no one else on the road. Absolutely no one. I don't think anyone came past us while I was stopped there even. So she said, well, look, there's trees around and this and that, and try to make it sound a lot more dangerous than it actually was. But I wasn't going to argue this point with her. I said, oh, that surprises me. I didn't know that this bike could get up to that speed. So, anyway, they kind of went through my license, did a breathalyzer, and then let me off with a stern warning, which I gladly accepted. And it, to me, it just goes to show, look, they're out there doing their job. We pay our taxes so that police can be employed and keep us all safe. And in all truth, I was breaking the law. So they had every right to pull me over. There's no point in me getting angry about it. But what you don't have to do is you don't have to become an arsehole and start to have a go at them when they're just doing their job. They were very pleasant. They weren't berating me and admonishing me. They were just saying, listen, mate, there's a speed limit for a reason. Try and stick to it. So, yeah, let's give these guys a break. They're doing their job, and there's no reason when you get nabbed to then have a go at them. I find that really problematic in society these days, where there's just no respect given to people who are just trying to who are doing their job and are an essential part of society. And I'm talking about police officers, nurses in hospitals, and school teachers who, all play a vital role, and yet they suffer such abuse by society, and a lot of it by youngsters who think they have some God-given right to do whatever they want to do. And anyway, I'm not going to harp on any more about this. I'm not going to get onto another one of my Gav rants. This one's come to a conclusion. It looks like it's going to be a beautiful day. So um, I've been riding this. Well, I've wondered how many Ks have I done now? I've done 1,863 kilometers on this bike, and I've got to say I'm loving it. This has been an absolute revelation to me, coming from the previous model, the 411, which had a lot of character, um, was as reliable as the day is long, and but it was gutless. I've got to say that. So once you got up to highway speeds, um, you very quickly ran out of puff. If you had to, sort of on a road like this, overtake a long vehicle of some sort, you had to really plan your overtaking maneuver to make sure you didn't get halfway past it and then suddenly encounter an oncoming vehicle. But aside from that, it's a great bike. But this one just raises the bar, and in my opinion, it's it's a huge improvement over what was already a very successful motorcycle.
When the night comes crawling and I'm all alone, I head for the highway.
Well, I'm on my way out of Wallen in Victoria, and I'm on my way to Jameson today. And yeah, I stayed just over there at the Hogan's Hotel Stroke Motel, and very nice motel, I must say, very comfortable. Had a great pub with. I had a good feed last night on just a half portion of lamb shank, which was really
in 300
good,
meters, turn left onto Watson Street, C727.
And more than enough. So yeah, it's nice and cool this morning. So we'll see how we do. And so I'm on the road now. It's just 8:30 in the morning, and I'm on the road to Flowerdale and then on to Eildon, and eventually to Jameson. And it's just a beautiful morning to be on the bike. Oh God, I'm lucky. It's a nice crisp day in the middle of summer. It's actually unbelievable after the heat I endured the first couple of days on the bike. And this is really pleasant riding conditions. And I'm riding through these sort of all these eucalypts and a nice sweeping road. Oh, there's a lookout coming up on the right arm. I think I'll take it and go and have a lookout. So we'll see what that's all about. But it's just a perfect day to be on the bike, I must say. There's no wind, there's not a cloud in the sky, and oh, here we go. Here's a lookout up here. Just not turn in front of anyone.
Continue on Murchison Spur Road for 2 kilometers.
I think I need to disable that. Like a bit of a lookout there, and that's very scenic when you look out this way. Wow, that's something else. It's a lovely scene out here today, just outside of Aildon, and I'm just riding past. And I thought I'd stop and take this because not often you catch bales of hay grazing so peacefully.
31 winters, but most times it feels like nothing. I guess I'm the same somehow. I'm sure I've made progress. Still I feel this hunger, like the journey just begun. It's the storm inside that's breaking my heart each morning while it keeps it going. It's been driving my life into both joy and sorrow, and there's still a long way to go.
Well, I'm coming to the end of my ride for the day. Riding into Jamison, and staying at the pub here. We'll see what that's like. Oh, couple of spots here. This is the hotel. Well, this is my room at the Courthouse Hotel in Jamison for tonight. Yeah, it's a bit of a it's a bit of a step down from last night's stay over at Wallen, and yeah, this is the fear of all fears for me. Well, aside from great heights, I don't do well on heights, but shower curtains. Shower curtains bring their own paranoia with them for me, and so yeah, I try and avoid touching them or having them touch me. Now that's difficult because they come alive as soon as you turn the shower on and step inside there, and create some sort of, as I was saying, they come alive once you turn on the water and step in there and close the curtain. There's a heat-based vortex that just sucks that curtain in, and it then envelops you in whatever bacteria is clinging, slimy bacteria is clinging to that shower curtain. I have written an essay on this very topic. That's how real this anxiety is for me. So tonight I have to deal with a shower curtain. Well, in the next 10 minutes I'm going to deal with a shower curtain. The rest of the room looks okay. The bed is ish, you know, who knows what's happened on this bed, but we'll put that out of my mind. I'm going to have a shower, and then I'm going to go and have a beer, my first beer of the trip. So this is what I have to contend with. This shower curtain has dried, but you can see at the bottom it's still all stuck together with what heaven only knows. But yeah, I don't want to be having anything to do with that. Yowza. So that's my challenge,
before I get in the shower now.
Hey, what do you say? This whole town could be red
Well,
by the end of the day.
on my way to Dargo today from Jamison. Stayed at a very average pub. I think it's called the Courthouse Pub Bar or Hotel in Jamison. Very average. And had a shower curtain from hell. More about that in other scenes. Anyway, so on my way to Dargo and just taking it nice and easy this morning. It's quite fresh. Probably around 11, 12 degrees. And there might be a couple of roos about, so I'm just taking it nice and slow. And see how we travel from there. Well, I've just ridden over a roo, having spoken about roos being out today, and there were a lot sort of out in the paddock on the left, and then this one came out of nowhere, but I wasn't going quickly, fortunately. And it ran right in front of me, and of course, as roos do, it doesn't know where to go. So it just, and there was no way I could avoid it. So I ran literally, it wasn't a big roo, fortunately, but I ran right over the bloody thing. And so I looked around, and in my rear vision mirror, I could see that it got up again and went sort of half limping, bounding off into the bush on the right. So I've got no doubt that it's injured, but where it's gone, and how badly injured it is, I don't know. Because I literally rode right over it. Kadunk kadunk. So, yeah, I hope it's alright. That's a problem with, it's just on 7 a.m. now. And that's the problem with getting out on the bike in the country early in the morning, is that the roos are still out, and boy, they are dumb animals. Not as dumb as an emu, but they're pretty dumb. There goes a rabbit. So yeah, I've just got to just take it slowly. Because if I'd have been going quicker, well, obviously, I don't know. I think if I'd been going quicker, it could have been a bit messy for me as well. So, yeah, I'm just going to keep on taking it nice and slow along here for a while still. This little spot that I'm riding into now is, I haven't even bothered to name it. It's just called A1 Settlement. And, that was it. Don't know why they bothered to even name it. Even they name it A1 Settlement. I better plug my power supply in. Been on the dirt for a while, a good while in fact, just after I hit the roo. So probably about 30 kilometers of it right now, but I'm still taking it very slow. Um, One is it's heavily corrugated, and two, it's A1 gold mine. Okay, that's why it's got such a fancy name. Um, yeah, so it's heavily corrugated, and still I don't want to be braking hard on this kind of surface for a route. So yeah, let me just plug my power supply in. This road is just exhausting. It is so tight and twisty. I'm on a bit of a straight stretch now so that I can at least get the camera going and talk. But oh, it's been so corrugated, tight, and loose, and it's just going on and on and on. It is exhausting. Um, it's beautiful, but it's, geez, it's taking its toll out of me. Um, and I've still got a ways to go. Um, this is the Wallen Road, or no, the Walhalla Road. Yeah. Um, it's narrow, so every corner you come to, you got to be really careful because so far I've only had one vehicle approach me, a 4x4 towing a camper trailer. Um, but you can meet them very suddenly around these corners, and there's no room. It's a very narrow road, so there's no room to get out of the way. So yeah, it's quite tiring just doing that, just riding this, um, and aside from the fact that I'm on my own, um, and obviously there's still rules about, but being on your own, um, you know, any mishap, and you could be spending a long time just waiting for help or you know assistance of some sort. So yeah, I do have my Garmin InReach with me, and I think I might just stop and put it on me, not because right now it's on the baggage on the back. It's just I've got it clipped on there, but sometimes you can be separated from the bike in some dire circumstances, and you need to have access to that straight away. Yeah, very this is really hard work, and it's these corners you can meet something, and these guys don't hold back. They own a 4x4. This is um, what they come out to do, and so they're belting it, and they're not expecting some idiot on a motorcycle, to be approaching around a blind bend. So it can get untidy very quickly. Well, I've redirected myself because I'm going to need some fuel, and I'm in the same sort of crisis that I was before, although it's not a crisis, I mustn't exaggerate. Um, what it is um, the bike showing me I've got 69 kilometers of range left in the tank, and I've got 80 kilometers to fuel. So I'm short by 11 kilometers. Now, I know that's not an issue, so I'm not panicking, but it's just, again, it's an illustration of, you know, these are adventure bikes and you need to be able to rely on the information. They put an onboard computer on the bloody bike, at least make it useful, um, and make the information reliable. Um, Otherwise, we just got to resort to old school methods, which is what I do. So all this technology that they build into the bike becomes useless because it's unreliable. So that's my story. Taking it really slow. It's quite loose and on the surface here, and very, very twisty. So yeah, I'm just erring on the side of caution. It's hell of a bumpy too. Well, I've just filled up. The bike took 13.5 liters, which means there was 3.5 liters in the tank, and the onboard computer was showing 15 kilometers remaining in the tank, which is just absurd because 3.5 liters would give me well over um, 100 kilometers. So yeah, don't get it. Well, I'm just riding out of Omeo right now, and stayed over here last night. And the Golden Age Hotel, which is sort of an Art Deco style old establishment, and had a great meal here last night. I had Asian um, crispy pork belly on rice and with veggies, and it was just incredible. Um, so highly recommended. And now I'm on my way to Corryong via Benambra on the Bogong Highway, and it's a nice crisp morning, clear skies, and I'm just going to putter along for a while. There's no traffic about, and enjoy the morning. I might stop in Benambra and just have a quick bite to eat and another cup of coffee before I truck on. I don't have a big day today. I've only got 150 odd kilometers, so it's not going to take me long at all. And so I'm just going to meander my way up, enjoy the ride, have a little poke down a couple of roads that I happen along the way, and yeah, that's what this ride is all about. It's about having zero pressure and just enjoying being out on this bike, which I am. It's just gone 9 o'clock in the morning, and it's pretty cool enough, let's put it that way. I'd say it's around 20 degrees, and I'm just mindful, this time of the day that there's still some wildlife about, and having already run over literally one roo on this ride already, I don't want to encounter another one for a while yet. So I'm just taking it really slow, like I've already said, I've got a lot of time to do this. 135 odd kilometers left today, so no need for me to go belting around corners and through um, dark, shadowy areas on the road where trees might be not just um, making visibility difficult, but also an area where roos like to just hang out and wait. And then do their suicidal movement of running out, and for some reason, as soon as they encounter a vehicle of any description coming along the road, that's the moment they have to get to the other side. And they have to get to the other side not by waiting and going behind the vehicle, but by running in front of it. So, yeah, you've got to be careful with these animals. Not the smartest. Well, ahead of me here is Lake Omeo. Believe it or not, there's cattle out there. That much I can see. Not much in the way of water. And I'm turning onto Lake Omeo Road, but which doubles as an airstrip, and it's got a sign here saying "Watch for aircraft." So I'm going to turn onto this road and keep an eye on the sky. It's not a very wide road, and I'd wet myself if I was in an aircraft. And the pilot decided this was a good spot to land. So I'm going down the runway right now. um, yes, very interesting. There's the windsock. Um,
Well, it's just great having all this time on this ride to be able to just stop and take in some of the scenery that, you generally ride by. You see it, but you don't stop to really appreciate the tranquility of it all. So this is really a nice day's ride so far. A bit of gravel, and but good hard surface gravel, and yeah, just loving it. I'm just puttering along. I'm doing an old geezer's ride, so
well, I got about, I'm guessing about 30 kilometers of dirt still to go. And it's been a fantastic ride today, I've got to say that. The weather is perfect. Um, the surface has been good for most of the way. It got a bit of gibber earlier, well, a few k's back for about, I don't know, maybe 10 k's or so. But aside from that, the surface has just been great. There's been a little bit of 4x4 traffic along here. I got to say, this is a great road, and if you haven't done it on a bike, I strongly recommend it. It's got a bit of everything. It's got some tight twisties. It's got some nice kind of sweeping bends like this one. Lovely scenery. You kind of travel along the river Gibbo for a while, and so yeah, it's got everything. This particular road, I strongly recommend it. I'm riding out of Corryong this morning. It's just gone what? It's on 7:30 exactly, and I rode past this filling station looking for it, and I rode right past it. Anyway, I'll stop somewhere else along the way for fuel. I got a good bit of fuel still in the tank. Well, the roos are out this morning, I don't know if it's obvious them hopping about up there. And I came around the bend and there were a couple on the left side of the road, and there goes one it's coming across, you know, as long as you hit them square on and it's not a big one, you're okay. But here's some more. Here's one on the right. There we go. Another one up on the right here. The worst thing you can do, of course, is swerve to avoid it, because then it's in control and you're no longer in control. So the best is to brake as hard as you can safely and hit them straight on if you're going to hit
There's
them.
no internet connection at the moment.
So, the aromas here of these trees and the leaves, and it's just amazing. So there's another wallaby. There we go. There we go. That's about the size I hit. When I was having a cup of coffee, I went into Cancoban, just have a coffee mainly, and I filled up at the same time. I was looking at the weather, and I'm like, this is beautiful. Look at this. It's just unbelievably beautiful. And I looked at what the weather was, because I could have gone over the mountains through Threadbow and then onto Jindabyne. This way I'm heading to, and then on to Kuma that way. This way I'm heading via Adaminaby. Well, down to my right is one of the dams for the Snowy hydroelectric network of dams and generation facilities.
Soul searching, fall apart, tunnel vision, hiding in the dark. Well, I ain't gonna holler before I really bleed. Salvation, a quick fix remedy. You said I never could change. I thought I never could change. They said I never could change. Damn right, never would. Leave the light on. Leave the light on. Just leave the light on.
And I thought, well, I'll just take a shot of this while I'm here. And I've been riding through this recovering bushland, where it must be at least 10 years ago that these devastating fires came through this area and just wiped everything out. And so there's a lot of, as you can see, burnt out trees all around. But, you know, the nature has a way of recovering and dealing with things like this. So you can see sort of the new growth coming through, and it's quite dense. And in I guess another 10, 15 years, you won't even notice that fires had come through here that were so devastating. And That's the magic of nature. It just bounces back. And no matter what we throw at it, it will still be here long after we are gone. Climate change or no climate change. Well, it's just chucking it down outside there right now, and I've been here for, I don't know, probably an hour. It's small hail, so this would have really stung on the bike. Yeah, I wouldn't have liked to have been caught out in this kind of rain, especially out on the dirt road between here and Kuma. So I'm at Braidwood right now. Excuse me. My bike's getting a wash out there, and I'm staying at the Cedar Lodge Motel, which is, I mean, it looks pretty ordinary. But what I do have is the room is actually, you know, quite nice. Excuse the mess, but yeah, the room's all right. Had to contend with another shower. Jesus, that was a clap of thunder of note. That. So yeah, it's you know, it's a motel room. What can I say? But it's clean. It's well appointed, and yeah. So, but it's bucketing down.